As long as men continue to get away with it, men are going to continue to lie. If you've ever been misled or lied to by a man, you have to watch this video because I'm gonna break down 5 of the top lies that men are using to manipulate women to getting into bed and to ultimately taking advantage of your trust and your kindness. So keep watching because I'm gonna get started in just a moment. I'm Jason Silver. I am the dating coach for ambitious women, and on my channel, Attract Great Guys, I reveal the truth about men and help make your dating life easier so you can attract a great guy more quickly into your life. Hit that red subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you don't miss any of my upcoming trainings. Now let's jump right into it. Number 1, that I've got a lot of money and resources. This is one of the easiest things for men to lie or mislead women about, and it's also one of the most attractive things that they can lie about. In the beginning of a relationship, it's very difficult to tell how much money someone actually has. There was a story of a woman who was conned out of tens of thousands of dollars that she had lent her boyfriend, and he was flying her around in private jets, and he showed that he had so much money, that he was this wealthy billionaire. And literally, she would go from country to country in his private jet, only to find out after she had sent him or loaned him all of this money that he was lying to her, that it wasn't his jet, that he was a con artist, and this was a friend of his or someone he knew, and somehow he got a deal where he was able to use a private jet for a few months. So no matter what a guy shows you, whether he's got fancy clothes, whether he's taking you out on dates, you don't really know how much debt he's in or what his financial situation is until you really get to know someone, which takes time. So temper your excitement early on and ask yourself this question. If this guy had no money, how would I feel about him? Don't let the assumption about his finances change your entire attitude about a guy. Now, it is important to understand, is he fiscally responsible and what's really going on? So look for evidence over a period of time, but try to temper any assumptions you have in the first 90 days of meeting a guy because you just don't know. Number 2, that he's had great relationships with friends and family and exes. You don't really know the true story of what happened or why he broke up. So if he tells you a story again, try not to immediately believe it. You have to take over time his stories, what you see in real life, and compare them to each other and look for misalignment. In fact, your role, your duty in the first 90 days, really the first year or two of a relationship, is to look for incongruency. You're looking for what he says, what he does, and all of the other evidence available for you, and looking for incongruencies. It's easy sometimes to trust or overly rely on intuition and instinct. And especially if you're very intuitive, it's very easy to just rely on your intuition and your gut. And although it's helpful, I encourage you to look for evidence over the first couple of years of a relationship and make sure that everything he's saying, everything that you see lines up. Number 3, that you're both aligned on your long-term goals and your values. This is one of the easiest things that a guy could say where he's like, oh yeah, I want that too. I want that too. It doesn't require him to be the leader or to tell you exactly what he wants. He can just agree with you. So if you're very overly open about what you're looking for, just know that it is very easy for a guy to just nod and agree. And it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, he and I are aligned. No. The best indicator of what a man truly values is not what he agrees that he values. It's what he spends his time on. Let me repeat that. The best indicator of what a man truly values is what he spends his time on. So instead of just listening to his words saying, oh yeah, we're totally aligned, look at what he's spending his time on. Is he investing his time and energy into working towards what you value, or is he just telling you that he values those things? That's really important. Number 4, that he wants a long-term relationship and wants to settle down. Again, this is a very easy thing for a man to say and mislead a woman that he's interested in long-term, and it does a couple of things for him. Number 1, it increases his mate value by so much. For a man to say that he's committed to a long-term relationship immediately increases his value in a woman's mind. It's one of the most common things that a guy lies about or misleads a woman about. So again, don't just listen to the words, look at his actions. Is he investing time and energy into building a long-term relationship, into seeing you, into learning about you, into having shared experiences with you, into introducing you to his social circle? Is he taking himself out of the dating pool, either by indicating on his profile, his online Facebook, that he's not single any longer, or that he's no longer on an online dating site? What actions is he taking to show you that he's actually invested? Number 5, that he can open up to you and be completely honest with you about everything. In the beginning of a relationship, just know that there's things that he's showing you and things that he's hiding from you. Most people are slow to reveal the things to you that would make you not like him. They're afraid to be polarizing. They're afraid that you're going to leave them. And most often, the things that he says or does in front of his closest guy friends will typically be different than what he'll say or do in front of a woman that he just started dating. So if a guy is telling you right off the bat, oh, I feel like I can just totally be myself with you, just take a step back and temper yourself, because there's a 99% chance that how he's acting in front of his best buds is different. And again, this takes time for you to discover about him. More than 90 days, more than 6 months. This takes a couple of years of spending time and experiences with a guy, seeing him when he's tired, when he's hungry, when he's angry, and seeing how he reacts and responds in those situations rather than just when he's feeling great and early on in a relationship. If you can temper your emotions and your intuition, look for evidence and take a step back and really look for those incongruencies early on in a relationship, it can allow you to save so much time and so much investment and really wait for a great guy who's actually committed to you and not fall into the trap of a man who's using a short-term dating strategy on you and misleading you that he's using a long-term dating strategy. So I hope you found this video helpful. And if you want to go more in depth and learn about the real relationship killers that are stopping the majority of women from getting into quality relationships with high quality men, check out this presentation about my premium program, His Secret Desires. I'll include the link in the description, and I'll see you over there. Thanks so much for watching. Be well.